Welcome back one and all, my name is Eltimar and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity. Where we left off last time, we are just going to go start to get our Soulbound breastplate. We'll see if that actually pans out or not. It's going to depend on one fight in particular. A very annoyingly difficult fight as I recall, but it's been a while since I've done it, so... Gada, an Animancer, has requested an audience with you. She was nearly set upon by brigands on the road, but something. But my patrols intervened. She's leaving in 8 days. We have some time.
Easy does it.
Alright, so there's a couple annoying fights and a couple marginal fights. This fight is one we can just avoid. We're not going to do it yet. If you loot that body, they do attack you, so just a heads up. Now,
I'm here.
I recall this fight being somewhat of an irritation. Just because of the lag of faith on the wall there. There's also an ice troll and some oozes. I wonder if I can just kite these. No, because the sidewinders shoot. I hear a boom. Oh. Well, that's good. Wonder how close this troll gets. Pretty close. Okay, I'm gonna try and pull the troll. Might get the leg of faith as well. But it does not appear so.
That's for my friend.
Alright, problem solved. The patroller's gone.
Spot on.
Alright, ice troll 1 down.
Here.
Ice trolls are actually pretty easy to kill, all things considered. I'm a little bit worried about the sidewinders. They can paralyze on hit, and also they just are super annoying. If I can pull this group, then I can stealth everybody else up the cliff. That would be kind of nice.
What is it?
But do I need to? I mean, I can probably pull the sidewinders down to here. Fight them somewhere over here-ish.
I'm here.
Okay, let's try that. Oh, shit. Oops. Looks like I'm fighting the group. Like right now.
I'm here.
I pressed the wrong button. My own fault.
Together.
We have some oozes incoming. I'm gonna start shooting at them. There are at least 2 trolls now. There are 3 trolls now. 4 trolls. It's getting a little out of hand, guys. Okay, maybe some tentacles to join in this fight in particular. Right. You guys all attack that one. Okay, we're down to just 2 trolls now. We have a mildly annoying ooze just kind of hitting our guy. Alright. Fight's pretty much over at this point now.
Bring them.
That was more than I bargained for. Just a little bit. Wasn't actually that bad. Oops.
Sharp eyes and keen ears.
One of these days I'm going to make a mistake that's going to end my playthrough. But not this day. Because this day we killed a pretty big group. With no real problems at all. Now unfortunately we cannot skip this group. Unfortunately. We're gonna have to fight them. There's 2 greater ice blights and 1 lesser ice blight at least. There is the chance that if we're careful we can pull one out without getting all of the laggy faith. We have to be kind of careful. There we go. Oh, there we go.
Yes.
Screw it. There we go. There's a lag of faith coming right now. Intervening tentacles. Oh, maybe the sidewinders won't come. That'd be so cool. Oh. They're immune to tentacle goodness. Oh, well, the tentacles can still... Oh, no, there's the sidewinders. Shit. That's okay.
Oh.
Not in vain.
You 3 kill that one, you guys all kill that one, I guess. And you... Look.
Stand strong.
You got this, come on. Pass the concentration check, damn it. Are you freaking kidding me? Or wonderful. Who do we have left standing?
Hey there.
You're mine.
As long as I can kill these, I'm fine. Don't really care too much about the Greater Ice Blight. Like I said, I didn't really want to face it with 2 people remaining standing, but you know what? It's good enough. 3 people. Never mind. I lied. There's 3. I wasn't too worried about the end.
Hey there. What is it?
The fact that our mage just couldn't get a spell off was a little disconcerting, though. He needs more concentration. Really badly. Okay, that wasn't even the hard fight, by the way. That was actually relatively... Well, I wouldn't say mild, but not a super hard one.
Yes.
What are Lagu Faith in terms of
Yeah.
a racial
Yes.
profile? Because I need to get extra damage against them. The upcoming fight is very challenging. And we're going to have to be kind of careful. Sidewinders. They're wilders, okay. They count as wilders.
Yes.
Racial bonus. Wilder. 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 Good enough. Alright.
Yes.
So, this upcoming fight... I'm going to want to bring them back as far as possible.
I'm here.
I'm going to try and separate some off from the pack. that doesn't really work on this fight too much, but we can hope that some of them don't follow as far. And we'll also have that stepping stone just in case. Ooh.
Stand together.
Okay, running away.
At once.
Okay, there's the brood mothers. Let's get her down there, and let's get our tanks in here, and let's get some tentacles going right there. And you, I need you to heal. Oh, you're dead. That's not a good start. Okay. We can bring her back to life, fortunately, and we will, because we need to. Oh, it's the spell. Okay, we got tentacles going. You fire on that one. Broodmothers are kind of rough, but there's only one so far. Have you cast your spell yet? Why the flying fuck aren't you casting it? Okay, heal. Back up a bit. Where's the wolf?
What?
Oh, the wolf is dead, but that's okay.
That one hit. True.
Okay, let's try that tentacles again, but better. She's actually blocking all of the other ones, which is kind of nice. I hate this fight, actually. I can't believe our hex hit nothing. Cool. One broodmother down. There's still one more to go, though, which is a little bit,
What is it?
a little bit bad. Let's try to hope, or try and get some of them to go to sleep. And we'll open fire on that one.
That one hit.
Good. Those ice plates are almost all dead, which is really nice. We're getting there. They were almost all dead, and then, of course, the broodmother healed them. Because it does that. It's good like that. What? No, cast that. Right there. Guys, why are you letting them go through? Oh shit, that's too close for comfort. Heal up. Come on, heal. There we go. And lay on hands. Everything we need to survive would be good. Okay, now we just have the broodmother left, which in itself is not the easiest thing to do. Let's get that, and let's get bless. Okay, this should be fairly okay now. Stupid broodmother. Die. Right.
Well,
Our poor dog didn't even get a chance. He died even before getting into combat. He just kind of instantly evaporated. But I think that's pretty much the hardest fight we're going to have to deal with on our way to our breastplate. Luckily. Where were you? Okay. Let's go take a look across the ravine here.
Quietly now.
That fight turned into a bit of a cluster really fast. There's a frost ooze. Oh, there's another broodmother and another sidewinder. Why do you hate me so much, game, when I give you nothing but love?
what is it?
Yeah?
Alright. Let's pull and see what happens. That is what we wanted to do, though. We wanted to split up the group, and we got that split. We got exactly the split we were looking for. And...
Oh.
Ow. Come on, die. Kill it before it can heal. Thank you. Thank you, characters. You did your jobs admirably this time for once. Get out of the death pile. There's only one more at Lagu Faith here. That is one of the hardest fights in this area, actually. And it is quite the fight. That being said, we can actually go get a two-handed sword from here. There's the soulbound two-handed sword up there. But we've no one that uses two-handed swords, except for our barbarian who's not with us. So we're not going to go get it. Oh, I can't go to the place yet. Is that part of Flight March Part 2? I think it might be. But anyways, okay, fine. We will go get the two-handed sword. Who are we going to give it to? All of our characters who might end up using it ever. Not even the barbarian, in all honesty.
What is it?
Our tank will never use it. He's a two-weapon fighter.
Well,
I don't think we're going to use it, in all honesty.
of course.
We could get it. I mean, it doesn't hurt.
A sound.
Water trickles down, glistening pillars and spears of ice. A few rocks peek out from between them.
Yes.
I can't believe we can't go get the breastplate. I guess I forgot that it's part of the second one. Oh, I hear banshees. Screw that. We're not going to bother. We're never going to use it.
Well,
And I would rather not fight banshees if it means I don't get a sword we're not going to use. We could sell it, I guess. But we have lots of money, so. Maybe we'll come back for it at some point.
I'll have this open in no time.
I'm mildly annoyed that we can't get to our
As promised.
right.
These wounds run deep.
what is it?
Should have checked for traps. On the breastplate, camping supplies and a diamond. Diamonds are always welcome. They are an adventurer's best friend. So annoyed we can't go get our breastplate. But at least we've gotten that fight out of the way. That is one of the harder fights in this area, just because the broodmothers, there's 3 of them, and they are pretty rough, both in combination and alone. That means we should probably get back to actual questing. So we did Galvino's thing. We should go back to the battery, I guess. Oh right, we need to go back to town and find a soul to awaken. So annoyed now. Oh, I'm angry. Not really angry. I'm more just irritated. Mildly frustrated would be the way I would describe it, because we can't get our soulbound dagger because it's part of the second expansion. Can't get our breastplate, also part of the second expansion. We could go get Mainha, I guess, but I think she's part of the second expansion too, so she might not even be there. In fact, I'm pretty sure she won't be, and the monk might be. Let's go find out. Shows her on the map, so she might actually be here. Oh, she is.
Huh, that's what I get for asking directions in the middle of nowhere.
I'll talk to you later. We're not going to do that yet. I have no desire to pick up Mainha at the moment. I know we got the Devil of Carrick already, but meh. We can probably also get the Monk, but we'll deal with that later too. I'm miffed. I really wanted that breastplate. I went out of my way to do that freaking fight. We could have waited a couple levels before coming back. We would have just rolled through it at that point. Oh well. Shows you can do it earlier, I guess, if you want to. We need to find people. People who have souls of people.
Have to
Helfric,
warm your hands, eh? What can I do for you?
let me read your soul. You see a room, dark and damp, a cellar. It looks like part of the inn rather than an old fortress. Through Hayfric's eyes, you admire rows of gleaming bottles, recently dusted and polished. As you step back from the shelves, you look on with satisfaction at a pressure plate concealed in the stone floor.
You all right? I won't serve you if you're already drunk, you know.
You are not useful towards me, for me. I need more named people. Wait, you're a cook? You're a dwarf? Fira, you're not even a person.
Thanks again. I'll be gone just as soon as the weather clears.
What did I do for you again? Didn't I lead your people to an ambush? Who are you? Hey there, good timing. You can watch me trunch Bjertwin. Once, Andred. You won once. I'm gonna read Andred's soul. A handful of memories dart from your mind like a startled fish, leaving indistinct images and sounds in their wake. For a moment you are overwhelmed until one particular recollection tugs at your senses with stubborn force. You, or Andred, or both, kneel on a stone floor, held between two men. The man pacing in front of you wears the armor of Crucible Knight, and you feel Andred's half-hearted contempt for him as if it were your own. You feel Andred's triumph too when the knight comes just close enough for you to spit blood on his boots. The memory slips away from you, and you find yourself back in your own shoes. Alright, Blightwin. Ah, it's our ogre-slaying friend. Have they crowned you King of Stalwart yet? My friend doesn't mean to be an ass, sir. It just comes natural. Read Bjertwin. The whiff of salt and brine is in your mouth before the room has even faded. The ground heaves beneath your feet, and a spray of ocean water roars over the railing as the ship heels under the wind. The ship shudders violently, and you are thrown against the railing. In that moment, you find your gaze pulled to the pitching surface of the dark sea, and see there an eye, broad as a shield, gazing back at you in turn. Fear and fascination sweep through your mind, even as your senses recede and the memory fades. Not useful. Stealing, not going to do that. Cook is not eatable, apparently. Can't take the cook's soul, so let's go find someone else, I guess. We must find someone to take their soul, make them awaken, give me the key to enter the keep, and call it a night. Once we enter the keep, of course. Alright. Dildor, no, you're not a dwally, no. Oh, hello, where do I find you here? A stocky, red-faced man gives you a pleasant if awkward smile. By who? I've been, traveling all around the world. Pleasure to meet you. I'm the, captain of the militia around here. Really? Didn't see you during the ogre attack. See, I was guarding the Grape's Rest. Someone had to make sure those ogres didn't burn it down like they did Katie's house. Damn shame, that. He frowns and shakes his head solemnly. I wanted to catch you before you went running off into the wilds. See, there's a few dangerous folk you might be on the lookout for. Plus, if you're heading to Longwatch Falls, I thought you could pick up a thermal pearl for me. He looks away and twists the toe of his boot into the snow. You want me to find a thermal pearl? That's the thing, I already found it. I just need someone to go get it. Saw it in the hot springs near Longwatch Falls. Would have grabbed it myself, but that's when I looked around and saw the Lagu Faith. Must have been 50 of them. He spread his arms wide. I would have fought, but I started to wonder what the rest of Stalwart would do without me, so I ran, for the sake of the village, of course. What's a thermal pearl? They form in the hot springs, something to do with the minerals in the water. Smell kind of funny, but they're full of minerals. Just have to crumble them into a pint. He grins and you notice that his gums are bleeding. They cure scurvy. Like I said, the pearl's in one of the thermal pools near Longwatch Falls. Shouldn't be hard to spot. Alright, fine. We're not going to do any of the bounties here yet. We can barely do the ones in the original campaign. We don't really want to go running off and dying. Although we do have Gaze the Adragon, which is a really useful ability. Uldric and Renan Guild. Uldric, are you,
I sure hope you were right about killing Baragon. Because when you leave us for milder lands, it's us our kin will come after.
He folds his eyes and looks at you with tired, doubting eyes. Let's read his soul. You reach for Uldric's essence and find yourself staring at a fence post lying in the filthy slush of frozen mud. Snow gathers around your legs and trickles into your boots. A wind nips at you even through layers of furs. You hold a wooden chisel in one numb hand and a mallet in the other. Kneeling over the fence post, you get to work. Hour after hour you hammer away, feeling the tools grow heavy in your grip as your breath fogs your vision. You want to do better work than this. You can do better work than this. But no one's building new houses in Stalwart. The last table you crafted was put into the fishery, and pike entrails now trace down the fine, dovetailed joints you so lovingly carved. Now you mend the stockade because that's what's needed. The chisel slips, skidding along your hand. You gasp, but you hold up your hand to see, and much to your relief, all 5 fingers wiggling back at you. You need to get out of this town. You pull back from Aldrich's soul. He's still staring into the fire, seemingly lost in his own memories too.
Something else you need?
No, I'm good, thanks.
Any
You.
luck with Durgan's battery?
I need to see your soul. Your settles beneath Renengild's skin. You find yourself looking through her eyes at a time-faded memory. You're standing in the inn. The room is stifling, but it's the body heat of so many furious villagers, not the neglected fire pit that's drawn sweat from your pores. Your husband waits by the door, about as far as you can get from the assembly. He holds Aldrich, whose cheeks are bright, as he watches the adults bicker with wide, fearful eyes. You'd never realize how badly your neighbors stank, but something rank and repulsive rises from them as they pack together in this room. How much
How
do the old...
much did the old snake pay you, Sinahil?
It's grinned, the head fisherman, jabbing a furious finger towards the back of the room. Sinhyad, your erstwhile mayor, squirms in the corner, pinned by the accusing stares of the entire village. Oh, those eyes, they're cruel, porcine eyes, and they're watching Sinhad with the dumb gluttony of hogs staring at fodder. The only sight that turns your stomach more is Sinhad himself, trying to wriggle free of his own lies.
Maestro Galvino and I came to an agreement. It was for the good of Stalwart. I thought...
A lump bobs in his throat.
You thought you'd let a killer walk among us?
A woman in the middle of the crowd waves her fist. Cries of fierce agreement arise from the others. What began as a collective grumbling is swelling and congealing, like storm clouds. You look back at your husband. He's whispering to Aldrich, but when you catch his eye, he directs a silent supplication to you.
Let's go.
A wet smack draws your attention back to the other end of the room. Someone has thrown a potato, and Sinahad cringes and rubs his jaw. You want to shout at them for all this nonsense and waste, but you know this is about to get worse. Stalwart will have blood, and Galvino in his horror had the sense to flee already. You turn again, and your husband is beckoning you with swift, chopping motions. But what stops you, or stops your breath, is Aldrich. His little eyes are fixed on the churning mob, and you know, ever since you started hearing about those hideous purges, that he'd see something like this one day. But did it have to be so soon? It's what drove that devil woman to madness, and now his little eyes have gotten big enough to swallow the whole scene, and now he's seeing you as part of it. You want to leave now, but if you do, this is about what your boy will remember: cowardice and madness, about people, about Stalwart, about you. The people around you jostle and bark in their rage. They're dangerous animals, but animals nonetheless. They just need to be led. So you push your way to the end of the room where Sinahad trembles in a puddle of his own piss.
Enough.
Your voice boils up from your throat. The others fall silent, watching you. They listen, dumbly trusting, as you turn Sinahad's death sentence into an exile. No one contradicts you when you explain that he's going to march out of this village alone, and into whatever miserable hamlet will have him. They silently agree when you explain that their hands are too clean for the likes of him. But there's something else forming behind their eyes, a kernel of trust and dependence. You feel it curdling around you, encasing you like a pearl does sand. You only wanted to spare Sinahad's life, not volunteer for his job, but you see so much fear simmering just below their expressions. Fear at God, men marching through the mountains, at dear woodens in their purges, at dying the slow, lonely death of a ghost town. And you see their grateful assurance, mirrored in Aldrich's expression. Perhaps this place is hopeless, but you realize that you can't leave it any more than you could leave your boy. The only person who isn't looking at you is your husband. He's shaking his head, his eyes on the door. You retreat from Menengad's memory. Vivid though it has nothing to do with Durgan's battery.
What's on your mind?
Nothing.
Before you go, trappers haven't seen Baragon's ogres for a spell. I hear we've got you to thank for that. Whole village is resting easier.
She takes a deep breath, and you notice that the dark circles under her eyes have faded.
Halfrick's cleaned up the rooms at the Grave's Rest, and Eaterin supply lines have finally opened up again. Thought you ought to know.
Doesn't help me. I want your Emporium to open up, but that's in the second White March expansion, which really sucks for us because I really want Twin and Sting. And I want my breastplate, damn it. What madness is it that I have to wait for good loot? Unacceptable. totally unacceptable. We could totally get there. It's not that hard of a place. Maybe I'll look up a map. Maybe I'm going through it the wrong way or something. Oh, we're at 30 minutes. I'm going to end the video here. In the next video, we're going to go find this dwarf soul, and we're going to head to the battery. We're going to try and at least get some of the battery done.
Let's see what's in here.
Don't mind me, I'm just going to lockpick your
That'll
stuff
do it.
for experience. Unfortunately, can't really do much about that now. Anyways, take care guys. See you guys in the next video.